Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
For the best meal from south of the border, head to Cocina Real in Puente Grande for lunch and dinner. With a wide array of mouth-watering entrees, there's something for everyone on the menu. And you can't forget the cheese dip. They'll treat you like family, and you'll never leave hungry. Make Cocina Real Mexican Restaurant and Puente Grande Mexican Restaurant your choice for authentic cuisine, located in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Mike Keith, and my friends at Elliott Johnson Insurance have a great partner in Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners makes it easy to get life, home, car, or business insurance. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the Auto Owners policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretto, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
At C&B Linen, fast, friendly, and reliable service is our promise to you. Because you're not just a customer, you're family. From multi-use linen to branded floor coverings and a complete range of cleaning supplies, C&B Linen is here to make sure you have everything you need. From our high-quality products to our fast, friendly, and reliable service, you'll experience the difference with C&B Linen. Because you're not just a client, you're part of our family. You'll be winning with C&B Linen.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Hey, and welcome everybody here to another episode of X Sports Live, brought to you by C&B Linen. AJ Good here with Bryant Gobble and with Michael Marks before Bryant takes a sabbatical missionary trip. Where are you going?
We're actually, this is going to sound bad, but we're going to the beach. Yeah. So we're the goal is to evangelize to a lot of beach goers, and there actually are a lot of retirees and snowbirds that go down there and stay in their campers and whatnot. So that's particularly the community we're focusing on.
So is it kind of like a spring break destination, like going to minister to them, that sort of thing too?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, different beachgoers or whatnot. We'll definitely try to target them. We'll have 2 different teams. One will be at like a state park, and another one will be at the beach. So plan on having like worship type services and different activities and stuff like that. So yeah, it's gonna be great.
And also, eat all the food and get a tan and do all those things.
Yeah, I do think we're making sack lunches and stuff like that. So we're not going out every chance we get.
My wife has gone on a couple of those mission trips, so I know all about those.
I enjoyed my seafood last week.
Are you trying to say the people at the beach don't need Jesus?
We all need
Jesus. Come on.
That's what I was saying at Disney World last week when I kept getting mad at people cutting me off. Jesus Christ.
We all need Jesus.
Help them, Lord, for they know not what they've done or who they cut off on the way to the people mover.
The people mover.
My son loves that right now.
Yeah.
And he loves the Haunted Mansion. Does not like water rides anymore because we're on Kali River Rapids. And, it's one of it's those river raft rides. So this thing spins and there's one big drop where if you're in the wrong spot at the wrong time, you get soaked. So I thought my brother-in-law and my niece, they had their backs going down. I'm like, oh, they're getting it.
Yep.
It was literally like the Holy Ghost, like this wave. They did get wet, but this wave comes over and just it hit me hard. And my son, because he can't say soaking yet, he says soaping, and it just crushes us. And I'm soaked. He's soaking. He's
soaping wet.
Daddy, I don't like getting soaping wet.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, buddy. So that ruined Splash Mountain. And still love Pirates of the Caribbean. And, of course, the last time we rode Pirates of the Caribbean, we got wet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
And we got wet. But he still loves that because one of his birthday gifts was I bought him this pirate ship with Mickey and Goofy and whatnot. But yeah, I was evangelizing, not exactly the way you guys were evangelizing.
You go to Orlando quite a bit for Disney World. Have you ever been to SeaWorld down there?
I want to go.
I love SeaWorld.
Yeah, I've heard
incredible.
and seen their coasters are amazing.
That's the thing. You don't imagine going to SeaWorld. You're like, okay, where's the fish, right? I want to see the whale. But they have great roller coasters there, so at least in my experience.
We've been to Universal, but I think once the kids get older and they're tall enough to ride that, we'll start doing more of those things. And if some of you sponsors want to help us out here, maybe we can afford to do more of this.
Sure.
Do more of those things as well.
Who else went on vacation not too long ago?
Who's that?
Some of our baseball and softball teams.
Yes,
they went to the beach.
Yes, they did. We'll get into that, but first let's basketball wise. We got one team still alive, the Loretto boys. Mike, you were there, and we kind of talked about before we started recording this, Mike, but not many people gave them a chance against East Nashville. They see East Nashville, but they saw what they did against Summertown a couple years ago. This is a program that's constantly in this position, constantly in the state tournament, got a lot of good athletes, a lot of good players. Not many people gave them a shot, but man, Loretto goes out there and gets the job done yesterday.
My words Tuesday that Loretto may be the 5th, 6th, 7th, or even the 8th most talented team there, but you're going to struggle to find a team with more heart than them. And listen, a huge win. It was 14-12 at halftime, 16-14, something like that at halftime.
Game,
you knew it was not going to be a big offensive showcase. And, man, Mason Tidwell led the way. 27 points, 19 rebounds. Probably the best single-game performance I've seen in the state tournament. Just an outstanding game. And, listen, Loretto wanted to shut down the three-point shot from East Nashville. They get up and down, shoot a lot of threes, 2 for 27.
Yeah.
Great perimeter defense for the Mustangs.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say enough about Mason. I mean, this kid last year was a big reason. I mean, guys playing on a horrible injury, still going out there playing decent defense, getting some rebounds, hitting some big shots. And this year, I mean, unbelievable. I mean, 27 and 19. And when you look at the rest of the stat sheet from both teams, I mean, he was just such a huge difference maker. Kylan Wilkerson hit some big shots. There's some good defense. I mean, it was a total team defensive effort. When you look at 2 for 27 from three-point range, a team that likes to shoot threes, that was a great job yesterday.
Yeah, and I think controlling the rebounds was a big thing for them. East Nashville got off 15 more shots than the Mustangs, but Loretto was able to make their shots count when they got them and just really dominated inside there and at the free throw line at the end. There were some questionable decisions from some East Nashville players that led to a personal foul, then a technical, and I think there were maybe 2 of those instances that really let the Mustangs get to the line. And funny enough, a team that kind of struggled from the line at parts this year and even at parts in this game, the free throws really helped win them that game.
Yeah. How many times have I said it in our broadcast, Brian? You can win the game here at the line. You can also lose the game at the line as well.
Yeah, you said it multiple times. It's a common saying because it's so true. It's so true.
And we're literally watching in the tournament. We'll get into that later. My bracket's not busted. Not that TCU Ohio State was going to bust anyone's bracket. If it does, you've really got issues. You're really deep into the woods here. But they get Chattanooga Christian or Chattanooga
Prep.
Yeah, it's one of the two. Tomorrow, that was a 1A power. They've moved up to 2A. But after yesterday, I mean, there's no reason to doubt anything this Loretto team can do, and that's not just true for people here in Lawrence County. I think it's true for everyone across the state. You see the Mustangs show up, nothing's going to come easy.
Yeah, and this Chattanooga Prep team, the defending 1A state champs, so we get the 1A versus 2A defending state champs going head to head. They got Mr. Basketball. It's going to be a good matchup. They like to get up and down.
What's that kid's name?
Robinson, Derek Robinson, I believe.
I watched him play last year in the finals. Man, yeah. Now, you said that, and I'm like, where have I known Chattanooga Prep?
Yeah.
I watched them last year in this same position. They're a good challenge. They're a good challenge.
And we saw them earlier this year on our air. I think it was our first Bank Independent basketball game when they played Huntsville.
Yes.
That was a really good game.
Yeah, I covered that game.
Yeah.
I would say you look at some of these teams' losses. Knoxville Webb, one of the best private schools in the state. Bartlett, top 5 in the country. A couple schools out of Texas. Huntsville, like you mentioned. Columbia High School out of Georgia. Hamilton Heights, we know they are out of Chattanooga. So they played a ton of tough competition this year. And listen, once they got to playing the 2A teams in the district tournament, region tournament, they have been blowing teams out.
Yeah, but hey, don't count out the Mustangs tomorrow morning. I hate it for our locals here that you got to get up early, drive all the way there. I mean, but hey, the girls,
it was the same thing.
Well, same thing. Played well for them. The boys played well. So hey, don't count out anything.
Make a good day out of that.
And listen, there was a great crowd there for Loretto. East Nashville's crowd showed up a little bit later. They brought a band, which I thought was awesome. Maybe Chattanooga Prep can do the same tomorrow. But there was a great showing from the Loretto fans, and I'm expecting to see even more up there tomorrow. A great student section, and that's something that can have an impact on the game because, again, not sure what Chattanooga Prep's going to bring with them.
Let's move on to baseball, guys. Loretto, unfortunately, haven't played yet. They play tonight, right?
Yes,
they've had some. It's not because of lack of effort. They've had some games moved around. The weather this weekend wreaked havoc. Same for the softball side. But the Lawrence County baseball team played a really good Florence team this Tuesday. They had to brave the elements.
Yeah, it was cold
as well, and the field was. Some parts of the field were underwater.
Yeah.
If you drove by there in the morning, but the city and the team did a good job getting it done. They had a Johnny Holstaff game, and offense came alive, and they've won 4 in a row now, and they got Florence again.
They scored, was it 9 runs? Was that the final score? 10? Yeah, 10-3. Yeah, I was listening to you at Dawson. Y'all been doing a great job, and Lawrence County was able to brave the elements. You do wonder, how that affects the teams, though.
Yeah.
You wonder, how stiff are they playing? It. But at the same time, baseball's not played in a vacuum. You've got to go out and play, no matter if it's cold or hot or, wet or dry. So that was a great job by Clint and his guys. Was that their first game back after the beach trip. So they go back to Florence tonight. So you'll see a little warmer conditions. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But they played a really good Green Hill team at the beach, Bryant, and that team's probably one of the best teams in the entire state. They lose on a walk-off. It's both of their losses on walk-offs to Battle Creek and Green Hill back-to-back games. But now 4 straight really good wins, trying to make it 5 straight tonight. And this, the pitching, I'm watching when they do these Johnny Holstaff games, trying to get their pitchers some work. This pitching staff is deep. This lineup is deep. I can't wait till they get in the district play and start playing, some of the better teams around the area. They're playing good teams already, but I can't wait to see how they stack up in the district, because Tullahoma's still keen, to be the man, you got to beat the man, even though, hey, we're still district champions.
Yes.
But Tullahoma's the region champion. So, there's, to be the man, you got to beat the man. I know their first goal is to get the district tournament right over here.
Yes.
Tom Cruise Field. They almost got they got almost everything put down. The first game on that new turf is supposed to be Thursday against Columbia. That will be a good test for them. I can't wait to see them tonight. They got Hardin County Friday. They got Lexington on Saturday. They got a lot of good tests to see where this team is right now.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has put up 49 runs over the last 4 games. I would like to see it stay there, and I think it will. I mean, the Bats have started off the season hot. You'd like to see them stay that way, and it'd be nice to get 2 back-to-back wins over a good Florence High School team.
Yeah.
Like you said, they're deep, they're talented. We'll see as the talent level that their opponent has, as it keeps rising, we'll see how they respond.
Speaking of good teams, this one right above us here, Summertown picked up a really good win against one of the teams that beat Lawrence County in the walk-off, Battle Creek, 4-0 there the other night on Tuesday, and they're kind of starting to put some things together. A lot of guys back from last year's district regular season champions, and that's a talented team, good pitching, solid hitting. They got some pop as well. I can't wait till they play Lawrence County.
Yes.
They play the Lorettos. Those are going to be some fun games.
To say I can't wait till everybody gets everybody back and gets them into baseball shape, and we can start playing some of these inter-county games because all three of our teams look really good. Summertown's 4-1 since they've got their basketball players back. Loretto still is 2-0 on the season right now. Lawrence County's won 4 in a row and are scoring a ton of runs. I mean, we said it earlier in the week. Baseball is going to be a ton of fun in this county. Softball is going to be a ton of fun in this county, and maybe basketball, football. Who knows? I mean, but right now during baseball season, baseball is going to be
Loretto's been like the 2 games they've had. I've covered both of those, and like they've been like grounded out kind of games, and you would think maybe they would have the disadvantage considering they still have guys playing basketball, but they've really responded. Like their whole roster that's been on the field has responded well. They have things they can clean up, base running issues, guys left on base. But both of those games have been close against the Middle Tennessee Monarchs and then against Lauderdale County. And they've responded well and came out with the win. So they've really got to be happy at least where they are to start the season given the circumstances.
Yeah, and I'm kind of curious what Loretto's going to look for pitching tonight against Lauderdale County. Obviously, district play starts next Monday against Cascade, so you don't want to throw your ace out there and have him eat up a bunch of pitches. But, again, you haven't played in nearly a week, so you want to try to keep everybody in a groove. So it's going to be a fun puzzle.
That was a cold game, too, last week.
That one was not fun.
It was windy.
Well, see, I had just gotten back from the beach where it was like 80 degrees and
right.
I sat out in the cold.
You go from 75 degrees at the beach, and we go up to Rogersville, Alabama.
45 degrees.
Everybody wants to go to Rogersville, Alabama after you're coming back from the beach, and you had to sit. It was cold. Gosh, it was cold.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was a
cold
one.
We had camera issues as well. Like we couldn't get the cameras to come up. That
game was just
other than the win, it was a forgettable night. Like it was great on the field, but from our experience was a little rough.
Or you can be like me going from 90s at Orlando to coming back to snow.
Flurries. Literally snow flurries.
Literally snow flurries on Monday. That was crazy. I can't complain because we saw their snow in Buffalo, New York, where they're playing a basketball game right now. My parents still have snow. Shout out, by the way, to my high school, my nephew. They beat my dad's high school. Shout out, bragging rights in the family.
Yeah.
There you go.
In the state semifinals, they played number 1 Chapmanville, who beat them in overtime. My high school's 3 losses on the season were all 2 state tournament teams, all in overtime. So they got revenge.
So they're right there with them.
They got revenge against one of them last night. They're looking for some revenge tomorrow morning/afternoon. So good luck to them. Some more kind of local news. UT Southern's softball team is in the top 25 for the first time since 2017. They got 4 conference games coming up this weekend. So, they got a chance to go 4-0, stay undefeated. Or not undefeated. They have 1 loss in the league, but they've got that's crazy. First time since 2017 that they're in the top 25, coming in ranked 24th. And great for them. And again, the women's basketball team is going to end in the top 25. Got the softball team right now in the top 25. That's something pretty special.
They have multiple players from this area as well. Hannah Lindsay played at Summertown, I believe, and this was as of Monday or Tuesday. It might have changed a little bit, but she's had 10 RBIs, batting over 400 on the season. So fielding percentage is above 900, so on-base percentage is close to 500. So she's been contributing to that. Local talent contributing to a University of Tennessee Southern team right down the road.
And they've always done good getting local talent, especially on the softball side. 17-3 overall right now, 2-0. Then the Southern States, they've got Brewerton Parker for 2 tomorrow at 2-4, both games on the X Sports Network. And then on Saturday, they got Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College, the artist now known as ABAC. Albach. the green and yellow. Good.
Say that one more time.
Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College. I had to do the basketball.
That's so made up. You did that. They are not. That is a made up team.
I mean, it's there.
It's right there.
It's there.
That's not real. What's the made up team that played all these football teams?
The documentary.
Yeah. Saint something.
No, it wasn't Saint something. I don't remember
Bishop Gorman or Bishop Sycamore.
Bishop Sycamore. Yeah, that's right.
They just wore all black uniforms. They played like 3.
That's the agricultural team you just told me. They're not real.
Listen, they got a televised.
They're made up.
Yeah.
So
nationally, I remember watching that game, and I just happened to tune in at the time, right when the announcers were like, "We don't know much about this team. They say they've got guys that are being recruited. We just don't know.
Yeah.
We just don't see it." I'm like, even like, dude, when ESPN's, it's like, dude, we're
and trust me, if someone's gonna know something, it would be them.
And it's great. They played 3 games that weekend. They played on like a Thursday, a Friday, took Saturday off,
and then played like a Sunday or something like that.
Like one of the best teams in all of the country.
Yeah, 'cause it was like
on
IMG,
Sunday.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or something like
it
that?
It was IMG, and it was IMG's A team. They have an A and a B. And plus, like, the whole thing, not to go off a tangent, I know we're talking local sports here, but you had like 20-year-olds on this team going up against high school kids, and they were going up against mid-level Pennsylvania schools, and they were getting smashed in those. Like, maybe these guys just suck. Maybe that's just is what it is. They aren't good enough. You recruited these guys. You put them in horrible conditions. And, you eventually went to jail for fraud.
Yep.
I mean, if you're going to go to jail with having good players.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Like, as my favorite quote in one of my favorite documentaries of 30 for 30, Pony Excess, where a sports writer goes, hey, at least give FSMU credit. At least they played guys that can play.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to go to jail for a fraud in high school football,
Go
get
all
guys
out.
that can play.
Go all out.
Like, go get like a guy that just got cut from the practice squad for the Titans or something, Well, maybe not. You probably still
Maybe like the
same
practice
spot.
squad of like the Ravens or something.
One more last local story before we take a break. Just announced in for MTSU or Rick Insel. That's a 4-letter word I know around these parts, but Rick Insel is calling it quits. The Blue Raiders are currently in the WNIT in the second round. They won their first round game, but he's calling it quits. Legendary coach over at Shelbyville. He's won over 500 games over at MTSU. Wow. So his career is coming to an end, and historic career. His son's going to take over, and it's when I saw that, I'm like, man. I know a lot of people don't like him around here, but they sure as heck respect him for what he's able to do. It's been 21 seasons in MTSU. I'm trying to find all of the stats. His son was at Ole Miss from 2013 to 2018, went 70, 87 during that time. He has over 500 career wins and 12 trips to the NCAA tournament during his time with the Blue Raiders.
Yeah, and then you go back to his time at Shelbyville Central. I mean,
775 wins
to only 150 losses. That's an 85
10 state championship.
Yeah, I would say an 85% win percentage. You go to Shelbyville Central High School, you sit down and you just look up and you just see all of the banners, and I mean that tells you why MTSU was willing to take a chance on a guy that had only coached high school ball and gets him to 500 wins and makes Middle Tennessee women's basketball a respected program.
Yeah. I don't have anything to say. You guys said it all. Yeah.
He's actually, and it's crazy, guys. This will be the 27th coaching change in Division I women's basketball this year, and he's the second to retire with over 500 wins. And the other one being Quinnipiac's Tricia Fabry. So that's good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them. Fun stuff. So, well, guys, coming up next, we're going to be going to the world of the NCAA tournament, our first action in games. And plus, we got some controversy out of Memphis. Apparently, Penny Hardaway thinks he's doing a great job over there. We'll talk about that when we return.
Comprehensive care with a compassionate touch. That will always be the guarantee at Encompass Healthcare in Etheridge, Tennessee. Whether you're looking for primary or urgent care, x-ray services, or weight loss treatments, the team at Encompass is equipped to serve your needs today. The doors are open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5 and from 8 to noon on Fridays. Make an appointment with providers Kendra Brown, Tori Cox, or Ellie Brown today. That's Encompass Healthcare, located on Highway 43 North in Etheridge, next door to Chapman Tire.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
The Summit of Lawrenceburg is the premier senior and assisted living community in the region. The Summit makes it home for you or your loved one with diverse suites that welcome and encourage community, plus gathering spaces, neighborhoods, daily activities, and a wonderful staff that supports you every day.
Hi, I'm Tara Blue. I'm the new director of the Summit, and we would like to invite you and your family to come and tour our facility. We would love to see you here.
There's no job too big or too small for Gonzalez Lawn and Landscapes. Owner Chris Gonzalez works hard to make your commercial or residential properties one of the neighbors will envy. You won't find a lower price anywhere else, and that's a guarantee. We offer mowing, landscape removal, small construction jobs, and more. Our team is licensed and insured to ensure the best work for Lawrence County and surrounding areas. Your satisfaction is our goal. We won't leave until you're happy. Call today to set up a free quote.
At C&B Linen, fast, friendly, and reliable service is our promise to you. Because you're not just a customer, you're family. From multi-use linen to branded floor coverings and a complete range of cleaning supplies, C&B Linen is here to make sure you have everything you need. From our high-quality products to our fast, friendly, and reliable service, you'll experience the difference with C&B Linen. Because you're not just a client, you're part of our family. You'll be winning with C&B Linen.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
I'm watching the drone competition.
You are?
The drone competition. That's pretty cool.
I had to go pick up something from somebody at Parks and Rec, and I just happened to walk in during one of those, and I'm like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I would say it has been pretty cool. I've had that off and on this morning. It's been fun to watch.
All the setups they have, the kids controlling it.
Yeah.
Corey Rochelle, knowing nothing about drones.
Trying to That's probably the most
imitative thing. Well, we love you, Corey. But
yes.
I walked in, and Kevin's wife goes, "Oh, are you here to relieve Corey?" It's like, no, I'm here to pick up something.
No, listen, Corey's done a great job.
No, I've been listening to him. It's been good.
Because I'm sitting there how would I announce a drone competition? He's doing a much better job than I would. And it's really cool seeing the more of this kind of side of countywide competitions and stuff. It's super fun.
Yeah, it's great. Hey, we're going to try to highlight as much as we can. It's fun. I've been like, this is pretty neat. This is pretty fun. Don't have me drive that thing. It'll be, it'll be on top of the kids' playground. How it gets outside, I don't know, but I'll find a way to get it there. But guys, let's get into some. It's tournament time right now. What we got?
We got
High Point, Wisconsin.
Yeah,
1 point game.
Oh, I had Wisconsin. I know y'all had High Point, right?
Yeah. I think in my latest bracket, I went with Wisconsin.
I have an issue with that statement. Yeah. My latest bracket.
Okay, so
I'm not a purist where only one bracket, but you filling out 8 to 10 brackets. Stick with one.
I think I filled out.
Stick with one.
So I made my one that I did live on air Tuesday, and then I haven't changed that one at all.
Okay,
that one.
Right.
I'm riding with that one.
All right.
And then this morning I woke up at about 8:30 and decided to make like 4 more. Just one with crazy upsets, one with what I would think would happen, and one what I want to happen. So and then had to throw one in the Calci thing.
I'll throw Taylor under the bus as well. I walked in this morning and he's sitting there and TCU and Ohio State's about to get started. I was like, "Who'd you pick?" Well, he's like, "Well, it depends on what bracket." I'm like, "What's the point of making a bracket, brother?"
I can't do it. Like, my mind is just not.
I get just throwing stuff to the wall to see which one to see what sticks. But at the same time, I'm like, man, I have 2 brackets. I have one that's like, okay, here's what I think will happen, and then I have one that's like upsets, chaos. Tennessee's going to be the national champion. Just my fun bracket. But like creating like more than one bracket so you can claim, well, and I'm not saying you or Taylor did this, but you can. But some people do that so they can be like, oh, I called that upset. I called that upset. I'm like, yeah, because you made 15 brackets with 15 different scenarios, right? So, yeah.
I would say the one I'm riding with, my original one I made is. I mean, there's only one game final, but it's good.
Yeah,
we're 100%, guys.
We're doing good with right.
So who's your all's final 4?
The one I'm riding with, I have Duke, Illinois, Texas Tech, Purdue.
Ooh, who you got, Brian?
St. John upset Duke, so I have St. John, Michigan, Arizona. I'm trying to find my other one to make sure I say this right. Michigan's my national championship.
Okay.
I'll say that. Houston. Forgot about Houston. Yeah. Houston, Michigan, St. John's, Arizona. I think Michigan has the easiest side of the bracket. I don't think they have a lot of stiff competition there. I don't know who the 2 seed is on that side. Who is it? Iowa State. Iowa State's good, and so they'll give them a run for their money. But I'm not scared of Virginia or Tennessee or Alabama's on that side. I'm not scared of any of those teams. I'm a Tennessee fan, but we're not going to give Iowa State or Michigan a run for their money. The toughest side of the bracket is where Duke and St. John's is. We saw that graphic on the screen earlier. Incredible, with all the blue bloods represented.
So you have Duke is the 1 seed, UConn is the 2 seed.
UCLA's in there.
UCLA's in there. St. John's is in there. Michigan State's in there.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a tough.
That could be chaos. Like it might just be UCLA, the 7 seed, running the table. Like, who knows what will happen in that side of the bracket.
I'm hoping for chaos, even though I didn't pick too much chaos. I've got Duke, Houston, Arizona, Virginia. Sorry, Tennessee. Dude, I've watched.
That's fine.
I was telling Mike on Monday, like, for some reason, when I do get to watch college basketball, Virginia's always on.
Okay.
So
that's fair.
I'm like, man, they've got size. They can post you up. They play decent defense. They've given.
Yeah.
And driving back from Disney World, I watched before we stopped. This is a miracle with 2 kids. Both my kids fell asleep, and I got from Orlando to Warner Robins, Georgia, 5.5 hours, no stops.
Good for
and
you.
during that time, I watched the whole Big 12 championship game and the ACC championship game.
Very nice.
It informed my opinions. This isn't me being a Big 12 homer, and both of them, Arizona and Houston and all the games against West Virginia crushed them. It's just me going, man, these are 2 really good. Houston crashes the boards, plays great defense. Arizona's got a lot of size. Virginia's got a lot of size, and Duke has got a ton of talent. I'm just going off of
And I'm a little cautious about Arizona because under Tommy Lloyd, they haven't been able to make a run yet. They always have super talented teams, and it feels like they lose all in the first weekend.
You're right.
So my bracket, I have them getting upset in the Sweet 16 by Arkansas.
Arkansas, you're going to push them out?
Listen, I am a Darius Acuff homer.
He's good,
He's
man.
great.
I have them out in the first round.
Really?
Yeah.
Who is that to? Hawaii?
Because I told him I
All right, Virginia. Virginia, and then you're going to pick Hawaii. Give me a break.
Listen to me here. It's because I wasn't looking for this, but like somehow your algorithm, like there's this awesome channel that breaks down certain things at certain colleges, and even high schools do in basketball that makes them unique. Hawaii plays no help defense, which they have, like, they're 4th in the country nationally in defense. They are the best as far as like the worst assist to bucket ratio for other teams' offense against them, and they have a top 5 3-point defense in the country because they play strict man-to-man. It's you guard your guy. We're not going to give up all these dishes and all this moving the ball around. Like, it's straight man-to-man. You guard that guy like paint.
Yeah.
And it's speaking of, I watched their championship game on the way back from Disney World. And I'm like, they
look good.
Overwhelm people with how good their defense is. So
that's fair.
And on top of it, Calipari, not exactly a strategic wizard.
Yeah, he's a big. And it's
they
kind of
made
like he said.
Did they make it to the Elite Eight last year? Or was it Sweet 16? They made a good run last year.
They lost to Texas Tech.
Arkansas. They made a good run last year. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, but I would say Calipari said, I think it was post game after beating Vanderbilt in the SEC championship game, that he kind of went in there in the locker room before the game, was just like, all right, guys, let's throw the ball out there and see what happens. And the guys are like, no, we want to win this championship. So I think they have a good culture inside that program, and maybe they can get Calipari to coach a little bit in the postseason. And I think if that happens, they are prone to make a good run.
I think just, to me, I look at guard play. You hear that all the time in tournament. Guard play.
Yeah.
I think coaching matters in the tournament too. I think that's why you see consistent the repeat offenders in the Final Four and Elite Eight. I think that's why Dan Hurley's been there. That's why you keep seeing Kelvin Sampson come back. And I think John Calipari, as critical as we can be about him, he has experience in the tournament. So I think that matters. And then Acuff, man, he's just a difference maker. He is so good.
You got a top five. You got a top 5 coach and a top 5 player in the country. That's tough to pass on.
He's won conference tournaments before and lost in the first round. So.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. I just think the whole breakup with Kentucky has really just energized him, rejuvenated him.
Better for both parties.
Yeah,
usually you don't see a Hall of Fame coach leave a Hall of Fame program and it better both.
No, it was mutual benefit.
They need to get away from each other. It's hard to. The more I've thought about it, I know we both, within the span of a minute, told Brian, hey, Nebraska's never won a tournament game before. They dominate Troy. Hate to see the Sun Belt go out like that, but they dominate Troy. And I've watched Nebraska. Again, it's another team I've gotten to see a bunch of games. Man, that team under Fred Hoiberg is legit. I've got them going to the Elite Eight. I think they're that good because they do have size. They move the ball around really well. They can play enough defense to get by. They play great defense again today. But the more you think about, you think of Nebraska football, you think of Nebraska baseball. You definitely think about Nebraska volleyball.
Yes.
Everything else over at Nebraska just goes to the wayside with those 3 programs. But your brain, you're serious about something when you get Fred Hoiberg to run your program, and he's finally got him to this point.
I would say a former NBA coach, so you're going to have some good experience there, and just the guys he's brought in around him. Obviously, his son's a great player, but the young guy they bring off the bench, Braden Frager, he's incredibly talented. And I was very high on Nebraska early in the season. As we started getting to conference tournament time, I sort of lingered on them a little bit. I did have them beating Troy in the first round, but I'm not sure how far I see them going because I look at tournament experience as being really big. I'm not sure how much they have.
Yeah.
Look, you have that look.
I'm a little distracted here. Some good games.
Well,
guys.
listen, Sienna's had the lead over Duke at the first.
They still
TV
have the 14-12. Right?
Yeah, at the first TV timeout.
It's a 1 point. It's a 1 point lead for Wisconsin over High Point. I had USF over Louisville in that just because they had such a good run in the American tournament. I
I loved their coach's story with he had never been able to coach a game in front of his dad, and he was going to get back to go home to New York and do that, and just didn't go well.
Yeah, kind of. Oh, you're so locked in over there.
It's a great game. We knew it was going to be a high octane game, and it is that for sure.
At the time of this recording, it is a fantastic game. It might end in a blowout, but it's been good so far.
But one final thing before we go, guys. Penny Hardaway he's having to fire coaches. He's having to retool his staff. Then he has this kind of mea culpa press conference where he tells everybody, and he sort of corrects himself. This is the best / hardest coaching job. It's like, I did a really good, I'm paraphrasing, but I did a really good job to get us to 13 wins.
Thanks, Penny.
I mean, that's a loser mentality. That's hey, I did a bad job. This is the best I could do with that bad job.
It's the same energy, and I'm not trying to change the subject, but it's the same energy as Auburn posting a graphic of Stephen Pearl,
most wins
as a first-year coach, and it was 17, and it's been just such a disappointing season. It's that same energy coming from Penny. It's the Butch Jones crap that Tennessee fans dealt with, and I'm just laughing at Memphis basketball because they're just. I don't have nice words to say about them, and that's what I'll leave it at. So they can burn the program down, and I will watch and laugh as the smoke rises.
I would say we were talking about this earlier in the week. Just kind of, it was when they announced that they were going to retain him, and I felt bad for the guy for the first, probably the first Tennessee fan in the history of ever to feel bad for Penny Hardaway, because I had seen so many of his press conferences after games this year, and that just looked like a defeated man. And it kind of the same here. It's just the excuse train. So. For the sake of college basketball, and Brian, I'm not sure if you'll agree with this. I think the Tennessee Vanderbilt rivalry being amplified. If you had another team like Memphis to throw in there in that mix and have all three sides of the state kind of have a good basketball program, I think it would be better for basketball in the state of Tennessee.
Yeah, it would be, but Penny's got to leave. I think for that to happen. Are you talking about just all three being strong, or are you talking about all three playing each other, or both? Yeah. I mean, I think Penny's got to leave for Memphis to really be strong. I don't think he's the guy. I think he's too just conceited and not and prideful to admit where he needs to make changes. I'm not really focused in on the Memphis basketball program, but obviously it's not working. Penny hasn't gotten where they want to be, and also. Rick, as long as Rick Barnes is there and Penny's here, they're never going to reschedule that again because it was such a disaster when they played with just the PR, the media, the scheduling conflicts. There was a canceled game.
I was going to that game.
It's because Memphis had COVID.
Yes, so it was a game that they were going to have in Bridgestone. The Memphis players had gone out the night before. Were seen on Broadway, and then magically the next morning they had a bunch of positive COVID tests. I was on the way to that game. I was in between Murfreesboro
was in line
and Nashville. I would say we were probably 20 minutes from Bridgestone, and just scrolling through Twitter on my phone, I was like, "Hey, y'all see anything that the game got canceled?" They're like, "What are you talking about?"
Game's not happening.
And so for the third row, I was like, "Hey, I guess we go home now."
It was funny because my brother-in-law, he was in the building when they announced it, and I think Tennessee did like an impromptu practice.
Yeah, I would say
they did.
Scrimmage for the fans that were already in.
A live scrimmage, and my brother-in-law called me, and he's like, "What are you guys doing?" I'm like, "Well, my wife was pregnant with our first kid. We're like, well, we're going to see West Virginia play UAB in Birmingham. I hope we don't have the same fate you guys did."
I definitely think that made Rick and Tennessee Athletics so mad that they canceled that game.
Yeah. That they haven't played Memphis in anything.
No, they won't play Memphis in anything since. Bad blood there.
Which it makes sense. So TCU, last second shot beat Ohio State. Siena and Duke are tied. High Point, Wisconsin are tied. Hey, USF is starting to crawl back into it. Nothing's done yet, but got a lot of fun. No show tomorrow. You'll be heading towards your missionary mission.
Yeah,
I think that's the way you say
it.
Yeah. I've got softball games tomorrow afternoon and some baseball games later. So this will be our final show for the week.
And I'll have Loretto basketball tomorrow morning at 9:30.
That's right. Yeah, that's all. I was like, I know there's something you're going to be at.
Something.
It's just state semifinals.
Yeah. That'd be good. No, y'all be able to go and watch some good basketball, make a day out of it. Go watch, maybe go to a bar or Toots or like something like that afterwards.
Well, I just think I'm a Catholic. It's a Friday in Lent. I gotta go to Toots so I can get some shrimp. Can't eat.
Yeah. So make a day out of it. Go to Murfreesboro, watch some basketball,
have some fun.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So for Bryant, Michael, and myself, we will see you guys next week.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.